it's Nancy and welcome to my craft room. Today I've got out my clearly besotted Christmas mice and I'm going to stamp out an image and use my Stampin' Up! Pastel chalks. I purchased these chalks at a yard sale, gosh, probably 2 summers ago, and I've never used them, and so today's going to be the day. There's a lot of coloring and I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch me do the entire coloring scene. But basically what I'm doing is just selecting, I've got a couple of Q-tips and I'm selecting various shades of colors, and then I'm going back in and I'm blending them with a blending pin. So I select the chalk on the Q-tip, put it down onto the paper, and then go back with the blender and blend it in. I'm going to put some music on while you watch how I finish up the coloring, and then I'm going to come back and put a card together. So I've got most of the images colored in, and I'm going to take out a variety of pins and just do some embellishments to their hats and their scarves. I'm going to put some lines and some dots and then just outline all of the skates. I'm using some sparkly pins as well as just some regular markers. And then I'm going to come back and put a background in. So I'm happy with my images, and I've got a piece of scrap paper off to the side there, and I'm experimenting, trying to put some snow and ice underneath the ice skaters. And I'm using a blue and a gray to just lightly add that background that makes it look like they're sliding either on ice or snow. So I'm going to finish that up, and then I'll come back and show you how I assembled the card. So I've completed all of the coloring, and I'm going to attach the colored panel onto a piece of light blue cardstock. And I've cut it down to about 8 inches long by 4 inches wide. And now I'm going to run it through my Big Shot um, imprinting some stamps with an embossing card. And I do have a little trouble there getting that through that big shot. My paddles are a little worn out. So now I'm going to emboss the sentiment, and I'm using white embossing powder on some red cardstock. I'm going to trim the sentiment down, and then I'm going to attach that on top of the card. And I have a hard time deciding whether I want to raise the panel up or just leave it flat. I finally decide I'm going to raise the panel up, but I decide it's still missing something. So I get out some striped Christmas paper and cut out a very thin strip. And I'm going to attach that thin strip to the top of the card and then assemble the colored panel. I'm getting my roll of foam tape out, and I'm going to attach the foam tape on the back of the panel, and that will raise the card up a little bit and give it a little more interest. I'm going to do the same thing with the sentiment. I'll get that attached down, and then I get my glossy accents out and touch up the hats a little bit to give them a little interest. Then I decide to use this new sentiment stamp that says Happy Holidays, and I'm going to stamp it with some Onyx VersaFine ink, and I'm going to get the T ruler out and draw myself a little line here so that I can try to get that on evenly in the card. And that is going to complete my card. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you'll find some time in your day to go do something creative. Here's the finished card. Thanks for stopping by.